This playthrough is rated M for mature. Greetings and salutations, viewers. Vauldemare here with a spooky, scary game for Halloween, or Halloween month of Halloween. Yes, it is Koudelka, published by SNK Sacnoth Games and created by Infogrames, I believe. I could have mixed that up. Horror RPG. Yep, we don't see too many of those these days. Usually they're horror, action, thriller, or whatever. But RPGs and others type of games very rarely. Koudelka is one of the few. Koudelka is one of the few rare ones in that case. I don't even know, people hardly talk about this game anymore. It's a rare game indeed, and it's the prequel game to the Shadow Hearts franchise. I guess at some point, either I know SNK stopped publishing games not long after this. I think if I recall correctly, they got merged by, I forgot what company owns SNK now. I think they're owned by like Sega or someone like that at this point, but at the time they tried doing different things outside of their fighting games, and I guess it didn't last long because Shadow Hearts is done by Midway, or published by Midway, and I think a different company. So I don't know what happened in between there. But before I keep talking on, yeah, for those who are looking for my usual games on my weekends, I am swapping them out for this time for Koudelka until we finish that. So sorry, but it'll only be for the month of Halloween, and then we'll go back to schedule. So, but we'll finish this game within the time period, and I hope you enjoy our run of this. It's going to be a different experience. I have not played this game in quite a while, so I'll have to try and recall some of the stuff from it. But I hope you'll enjoy it, because not many people talk about this or have videos on this. I've seen a few, but I doubt I'll do anything better. But let's start and see what the story of Koudelka and her journey to this strange keep place is.
too early, Angel. I'm not dead yet.
Not yet, but it looks like you're going to die soon.
Maybe. But you'll have to pardon me while I tend to some unfinished business first.
Business? What can you possibly accomplish in your condition? You can't even hold your gun steady.
Well, no, unless I try. That thing's not gonna die unless I shoot it 2 or 3 times. Damn it! Here, use this.
Well, what a way to start. We sneak our way into some house, manse, whatever, and then we get attacked by monsters. I thought this was supposed to be reality. This is like at the turn of the century, right? What's a werewolf doing here? Yeah, the creature we're fighting is a werewolf. All right, this is like I said, it's an RPG. This is a turn-based RPG, kind of strategy, sort of. We have every combat in this game is RPG turn-based, where you move on a map and affect the creatures. For the most part, each even though I can move on different things, there's technically a layer to this game for the enemies and yourself. So, for example, if I move here, the enemy can only move to down there, but can't move past me, and then his abilities and stuff would affect, kind of like in certain RPGs, where certain abilities will affect the grid and stuff like that. It's probably best to play it just to kind of figure it out. So for now, I just want to move forward a little bit because I don't want him to hit me while my back's against the wall. So for this combat, we have a gun. Yeah, an RPG with weapons. Heck yeah. We could also switch to the knife or barehanded if you really want to, but Koudelka is not designed for that. We also have magic, which kind of almost spoils the scene that's going to come up here in a second, but hey, why not? The game already said it for us. So let's shoot his ass. That's the way you deal with werewolves. Nice. That's actually almost max damage. Max damage is like 105 or something, or 111 with the gun. I think he has about roughly 300 experience, or 300 experience, 300 HP. And I guess AP is supposed to give him more, like, action points or whatever. I'm not really sure if I truly understand that. Maybe he uses it to buff up his stats or something like that. So, alright, I mean, he's still going to move up and hit me anyway, but I'm going to move back. And, actually, well, I guess too late now. Never mind. Yeah, we'll just keep shooting him. And we'll probably need one more good shot on him to, so he's just going to attack me. No one. At least we knocked him back a bit. Not that this really matters in this. I probably should have already finished him off by now, but... Oh, it was my turn again. Nuts. I should have shot him again. Whoops. Oh well. Well, I'll explain that later after we finish this, but yeah, I forgot I can get multiple turns during combat depending on what happens, so... Alright, there we go. Yeah, usually it'll take like 4 or 5 bullets depending on how lucky you get. It could technically be 3, but very rarely do you break the 100 barrier until you... Well, I'll go over that when we actually get to it. But anyway, we won the battle. Oh, we got pistol rounds, and we learned a new spell, the flare spell. Excellent, that'll be helpful for Koudelka herself. Oh, sorry, spoiled it just a little bit sooner than that. Let's go check out that dude. Before we do... Oh, whoops, I actually didn't mean to click that. You can walk around. Looks like there's nothing useful here. We are in the attic area. Let's go check on that one dude really quick. The guy who gave us the gun. Might as well give him his prayers or fond farewells or whatever. Hey, dude. How's it going?
Hey, what about him?
He's dead.
Really? Thank you. So I guess my time is up. Hey, Angel. I'm not gonna ask you to take me to heaven. But will you pray for me at least?
Are you out of your mind? There's no bloody way I'm going to pray for you. But I guess I owe you because you saved me too. Payback time. Shut up! Keep it down! Okay, let's go. Stand up or I'll leave you here.
What happened? It doesn't hurt anymore. I'm cured.
Yeah, and so I cured you, so what?
You? You cured me. But I was almost dead. I'm confused. So you really are an angel?
Don't be foolish. Do you really think that there are angels on Earth? I'm no angel. I'm just a medium with a little curing.
I'm Edward J. Plunkett. I know I look pretty shady, but you don't look too wholesome yourself.
No, I'm not like you. And this is no place for people like you. Why did you come here?
I heard a rumor.
A rumor?
I heard something in London. That the son of some rich family bought an old monastery. Spent a ton of money to convert it into a house. I heard he brought quite a lot of harlots here. Seems like he was having a great time.
So, where is this monastery?
That's what I want to know. I came all this way to put a poor man God into this rich bastard. So far, I haven't found anything. Then this monster attacked me. I almost got killed. If you'd come any later, no doubt I'd be singing hymns in his stomach right now.
Shouldn't have bought such a good horse. She's too fast.
Too bad you won't be hearing me sing those hymns. When I was a boy, I was a pretty good soprano.
If you don't stop talking, I'll leave you here. My name is Koudelka, and I'm only going to say this once, so don't forget. If you want to get out of here alive, I suggest you stick very close. Got it?
Charmed, I'm sure.
Well, with that little bit of awkward dialogue, we have a new party member in Edward. So let's continue on. I want to continue on. Whoops, I keep pressing the wrong button. It's X for this. Let's go into the next room. I'll talk about stuff after I get to here. So every time you enter a room in this game, there will be a notice there and a little S on there. This is what we call quick saving. This game actually has only like a handful of actual pure saves in the game. And those saves will heal like your HP and MP and stuff like that. Temporary saves are obviously save your file, so if you need a quick comeback or whatever, you could do that. So it's always best to at least make a save file somewhere just in case you die or whatever. And every maiden save point in the game is protected by a boss, so take advantage of the temporary saves as you can. Now, you can only have one temporary save like active at a time or whatever. And then the rest of these will be like physical saves or whatever. So anytime you try to save another temporary save, it just overwrites it until you get to an actual save point. So keep that in mind. The reason I want to mention, I wanted to kind of get through quickly enough and get to this, is that this game has a interesting sort of time mechanic. Well, it's kind of weird to explain. It's not something important for story. It's there for the purposes of acquiring certain things. It's probably a reward, more or less, for getting through the game as fast as you can. I'll probably not be able to show them all the first time I play the game. I might try to do a separate file, maybe like a bonus episode, to see if I can try to show you the secret items. Anyway, if we check here, we get a potion. And let me explain some of the concepts of the game before we continue on. Here's the main menu here. We can heal either Edward Koudelka for whatever weird reason, even though Koudelka is the medium, or witch, or whatever you want to call her. She's a witch, but somehow Edward can do that as well. It's definitely weird, because even though, yeah, like I said, she's the healer, or the mage, or whatever you want to call it of the group, freaking Edward can do it too. Yeah, I don't get that. I guess it's supposed to be an interesting game mechanic or whatever. Then we can go to the equip menu. For the most purposes, I'm going to give Koudelka either the pistol or barehanded for now. I'm going to give the knife to Edward. The reason for that is that because of the game's mechanics work is that this is because of the like map grid and everything with that. You want to have Edward is shown as the rook and Koudelka is shown as the. I guess I think that's the bishop. That might be the queen? Maybe I'm not very. I know that's not a pawn for sure. And the bishops have those top pieces, so yeah, she's got to be the queen, and Edward is the rook, or not rook, knight. I don't know why I call it the rook. Rook's the castle, or whatever. But the reason for we want that formation is because of the stats of the characters. Yeah, this game is like has RPG functions as well as being a horror game. Weirdly enough, as you can see, all the different stats there. I'll show. Let's see. Yeah, this tells you about AP and what they do. This gives you basically a quick list of like what the stats do. There's two different stats: combat and magic stats. Strength is attack, vitality is defense, dexterity is accuracy, so how well you can hit. Next, accuracy and speed, and agility is movement. What they mean by movement is not how much you can move on a screen, but how many turns you can get within a turn cycle. Very important to have high agility if you want to go pretty fast in this game. Next is the magic stat. Intelligence is the power of spells. Piety is the resistance to magic. Mind is the ability, and luck is fortune. All are interesting stats in their own right. Probably the best way to explain it is as soon as we gain a level. Let's see if we can activate a creature in here before we go. Yeah, as RPGs go. Yep, it has random encounters in the game. So while walking across the map, you can randomly encounter different monsters. Hopefully it's the night. Nope, it's bugs. I want to encounter the night. Oh, also this will probably be one of the first times in a recorded game series I will straight up like edit out like specific things. Like in this case, it'll be the random battles, because obviously you don't want to see me fight the same battle multiple times. If they're quick encounters, then I'll consider see, I've only got one bullet, so I don't want to. Yeah, one thing about guns is that they do require. Oh wait, no, I have to use it as an item. I should have used it as an item out of combat. I don't think I can. Let me see if I can. Okay, I can't do anything more, but yeah, you have to load your bullets into your gun and everything like that. So, and you only get so many, unless you can. Well, I mean, you can get a decent amount if you get lucky and they get dropped or whatever. Let's see if going. Might as well use it. I'll explain why here in a second. Why we do maybe actively want to use our abilities and everything. All right, let's keep stabbing this bug with a knife. You could punch him, but I really strongly suggest not doing that, unless you really want to see how good the fist weapon can get by the end of the game. But like I said, I'll explain all that as soon as Koudelka should, I think, gain a level after this, I believe. Oh, I got poisoned. So, yeah, this game, like all RPGs, have status afflictions. So, poison is obvious. Every turn, he loses HP. That should probably kill him. Or kill the bug. Sorry, the cockroach. Yeah, giant bugs. So we have werewolves, giant bugs. What else are we going to fight in this place? And that's pretty much the fight. Obviously, if you're trying to get the secret items in the game, you probably want to do as little combat as possible. There is an escape option to run away from battle if you don't want to. Yeah, okay, here we go. First level. So if we press, yeah, what the game says, every level we get 4 AP points to spend against every single stat we got here. So if we want to see what they mean, here we go. Strength. This attribute determines how much damage a character does in combat. No matter how high a character's strength is, it doesn't mean anything unless the character can hit or opponent. While raising a character's strength is important, remember to keep a balance between the character's strength and dex. So, Let's go over all of them. Vitality. This attribute determines a character's defense against physical attacks, as well as a character's maximum HP. This attribute is very important as it directly affects the character's longevity. This stat is important for all the characters in the game, no matter how you build your character. Strength is good if you're going to do a frontline fighter. Dex, obviously, is also important for a frontline fighter. This attribute determines the character's chances of hitting hers or her opponent in physical combat. I don't need to read the rest of the text. It's basically repeating what the strength one has. Agility. This attribute determines the character's speed. A character with high agility will be able to perform multiple actions to an opponent's one. It goes without saying that having a high speed can make the difference between character life and death for a character. So agility is actually good for any character as well. Like I said, it gives them more turns. If your agility is so much higher than an enemy's, you'll most likely go multiple times before they go. Let's go to the magic stats now with intelligence. This attribute determines how powerful a character's magic attack are. Both attack and healing magic are. No matter how high a character's int is, it doesn't mean anything unless the character can his or her opponent. While raising a character's intelligence, it's important to remember to keep a balance between int and mind. So yeah, mind is basically the mental version of dexterity. Now piety is interesting because it helps you with defense against that type of stuff. This attribute determines the character's resistance to an opponent magical attack. Resistance and allies healing magic as well, and that character's maximum MP. If piety is raised too much, the character will begin to resist even an ally's healing magic. Try to keep a balance between the character's intelligence and piety. Yeah, see, if your piety is too high, like even a character that could heal could possibly not even get healed. So luckily the game has potions for that occurrence, but just kind of keep that in mind. But yeah, the intelligence stats or magic stats or whatever you want to call them are more important for magic users. Overall, Koudelka is at least designed at first to be it seems to be kind of balanced. But overall, I would suggest building Koudelka as a magic user for intents purposes. Mind. This attribute determines a character's chance of successfully using attack and healing magic. But yeah, the description of the bomb is the same as the intelligence one. And luck. This attribute determines a character's good fortune. This attribute affects a character in many unnoticeable ways. A character may not even be aware of his or her good fortune, but always appreciate having it. Luck, apparently from what I understand, luck does a couple things in the game. One, it improves your chances to get random drops from enemies. So if you're looking for if you're looking for something to drop more bullets or healing items or possibly rare equipment, you would definitely want at least a character to have a luck. I don't know if it matters if they defeat the enemy or not, but you need at least a character with high luck. Apparently luck can also cause the enemy to possibly ignore you in combat, depending on it as well. Now for Koudelka, a couple things. You definitely want to have at least something in vitality just to kind of keep her HP up. You want, and then obviously the rest of the stats as well. You also want to give her some agility as well, just to kind of keep her in combat. And then kind of with intelligence and all this, you kind of just want to kind of even it out a bit. Now you could, if you really, really want to, you could make Koudelka a frontline fighter or a fighter type if you want. But like I said, with her stats being decent in this, it's almost suggested to kind of go magic user with her. But that's up to you how you want to build your character over the course of the game. I think for right now, I think I'm going to get my agility pretty high up, and then we'll kind of go from there. And then we just press X to... I definitely want to, probably next level, we get cheese from the roaches. Cheese for all! Get. You can't ignore those items if you want, because there is a item limitation in this game. You can only carry, I think, 100 items or something like that. So, like, 100 on the screen. I don't think it's 100 total. I think it's 100 for each slot. So keep that in mind as well. I think cheese heals, if I remember correctly. Cheese. Examine. Cheese. Homemade hard cheese. Fermented and a pressurizer. Restores some HP. Let's look at potion there. We got the potion. A small bottle of red wine with healing herbs mixed in. Restores HP. And pistol rounds. Bullets for use with a pistol. One holds 20 rounds. And if you use it as an item, you use it on your weapon to restore your bullets. Or fill your bullets up or whatever. The SA pistol. First issued in 1874, the single-action revolver saw much use in the American West. And knife. An ordinary knife with a decorated handle intended for use by ladies for protection. All right. Now, if you kind of get lucky in this place, there's another enemy set in this general area called an armor. Hopefully we'll run across it. They can drop a pretty nice piece of equipment this early in the game. Yeah, each area is going to have like its own... Whoops, I keep pressing the circle button by accident. Each area in this place has its own like little room, random encounters, and possibly treasure, whatnot. I'm kind of getting Resident Evil vibes from this game almost. I think there's a box of bullets. Oh, come on, pick it up. Found more pistol rounds. Yes, please. Oh yeah, I forgot to talk about why I wanted to use weapons with certain characters. So if we go to the stats screen, which I showed you earlier without going into too much detail, there's a magic menu for obviously spells we learn over the course of the game, but there's also, well, there's a secondary spell list here, Fortify, which you use it to fortify and improve your stats. If you're looking to get those really good drops, Fortify Luck is going to be your bread and butter to try and get in those. But also, here's the final screen, the weapon screen. So this game works by how often you use the weapon. I don't think it's based on kills. I think it's how often you use the weapon. I think you get 100 experience per... Or no, not 100 experience, I'm thinking. It's like... it might depend on the level as well. I think it's like 50 per use or something like that. But anyway, every time you use the weapon, it gains a level. And every time it gains a level, it does more damage. I don't think it improves its hit percentage. I think it's just... I could be wrong, but... I don't think we need to heal Edward. But I think that's it for this room. Not all rooms are going to be major. What's the next thing? Oh, yeah. If you want to hit... Well, actually, I might save the description on the time stuff for when I actually encounter the boss of this area. So we're going from one... so we're basically going from the attic down to the bottom floor here. So, whoop. New combat. Yeah, I'll have to... in the future, I'll probably end up just cutting the screen if it's like a monster. Okay, we got the knight. I'll show this fight then. Because, yeah, if it wasn't... I think I can just shoot him from any spot in the field. I don't want to cast any other spells. I have to be careful about spells I cast because... I only have so much MP, and we don't have MP restored to us yet, and we don't get that till we get to the save spot. So usually if you want to start grinding spells, you kind of want to start doing it at a save spot for the most part. So we'll just beef up your... actually, I probably could have cast Fortify Luck on you. I might... Do I want to wait? I think I might keep him here for now. Then have him move and then start messing with him. Okay. Since James's agility is not too bad, let's... see, I might have to try... Let's see what the rating on this is. Okay. Let's see if we can improve our luck to... yeah, it's not instant. It takes like a turn or whatever to activate it. Oh, Edward Nazi got paralyzed. Alright. Yeah, unfortunately sometimes the knight can paralyze him. Well, there goes the whole point of beefing up his luck stat. Yeah, paralyzed fortunately lasts quite a while. And like anything in any game, paralyzed means you can't do anything. Oh well. Yeah, we didn't get... should get enough experience for Edward, I think. Oh, we did it. All right, nice. We got the L mail. That's a nice little bit of a... Oh, we didn't get enough experience for Edward. Well, we'll get it next turn. It doesn't take... it's like 100 experience. Or it's like only so much experience per level. I don't remember it being too much. Anyway, let's equip the... whoops. Oh, it even tells you, like, if you press the directional button, it tells you, like, what its level attack and stuff like that is. But let's go and give it to Edward, because he's going to be the frontline fighter. Oh, I thought it was fine L mail. It says fire L mail here, but anyway, it gives him a vitality boost, so... and a luck improvement as well. And you can already see that his luck is actually much higher than Koudelka's. Yeah, Edward's going to be my luck magnet character, so whenever I get extra experience, or when I get extra AP, I'm going to put it into his luck stat so he can possibly get better drops and stuff like that. So, but I think we'll call it there for the first episode. So, in the next episode, Koudelka, Edward and Koudelka will continue to explore this place and find out about that monster that's holding some secrets to what they came here for. So thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.